morning. I wanted to share with you some tech tips for Google Classroom. So I'm actually going to go into my class of technology skills because I know I have students in this class. And in order to share this with you, I need a class where I have students. So I'm going to talk today about differentiation, and I have two different differentiation tips for you today. Number one is that you can make it so that certain students don't have to do an assignment. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to go to my first assignment and I'm going to click edit. So I've already got this assigned. You can do this when you assign the assignment. Over here on the right, you have the for, and it has a list of all my students, right? So let's say that I didn't want this to be assigned to one of my students. I could come in here, click the uncheck on that person's name, or maybe I want to do an assignment specifically for just one of my students. I could uncheck them all and just choose that one specific student. So in this way, I can differentiate who gets which assignment. So once I do that, now it says that I have 36 students assigned. I press save. And when I come into this, forevermore, it's only going to show me the number of students that I actually have, right? I have 3 who've turned it in, I have 1 who has it assigned, and I have 32 graded instead of the full 37 that I have in this class, right? So that can be really useful, especially if you're doing some things with reading and maybe you're reading a specific book with a specific student and you don't want to confuse everyone else with it, or there's specific math problems that a student needs intervention in. You can throw it in Google Classroom. It's there for them to see. It's there for you to see, but all the other students won't see it. Okay, let's talk about the other thing that I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead to one of my lessons that has a video, and you're going to see right away some of the differentiation I'm doing. Okay, so for all of my videos, I am including a transcript in both English and Spanish. We have a lot of students who speak Spanish. These are great differentiations to provide for my students. It's so easy to get a video transcript. You upload it to YouTube and you get the video transcript. If it's already on YouTube, you can get the video transcript. And I also include the link to the YouTube video. So I'm going to go ahead and go to this YouTube video that I assigned to my
Grammarly.
Oh, here's an extra tip for you. I don't want to see commercials, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go U-tube. And now it's going to load the video without commercials, hopefully. Okay, so now it loads it full screen. Hello, and welcome without the commercials, right? So that is the way my students are getting the video. See how it says no cookie? You do that dash between you and tube, okay? I just realized that's not going to work for this because I don't have the ability to do my transcript there. So I'm going to pause and go back. I love it when the internet gets slow and I'm recording a video. So right here on your YouTube video, very, very shortly it will appear, we have the 3 dots. I'm going to go to show transcript. Mine's comes up right here. It looks a little different. I do have this extension for transcript and summary, but you just get the transcript for the video along with all of the timestamps. And I can come in here and just flat out copy this. I can also copy it without the timestamps. So if I click toggle timestamps, I can toggle it. And what I did was I went in here and copied it and pasted it into a Google Doc. So I'm going to show you this Google Doc. And this is what I share with the students. Now you'll notice that this has all the punctuation and stuff in. I actually ran it through an AI to get all the punctuation and put it into paragraphs nice. It's still the same text, but it makes it look much prettier, right? So if I come back here, you'll see hello and welcome to the video on how to enter Google Classroom, right? Okay. Over here, I got some punctuation in here. But this is a published Google Doc that I give my students the link to in English so that they have this resource. And I do this for every video I assign. It takes maybe 10 minutes to set it up for each video, but then the adaption is there for every student who accesses this video. And for some students, listening to a video is going to be a deterrent. I'm actually one of those people who a lot of times I listen to my videos at double speed so that because I get impatient and I want to get to the thing, right? The other thing that I'm doing is And this is really easy with Google Translate because I already have it in English. I translate it into Spanish in a Google Doc. So my students have both of these available to them as an adaptation for every video, right? I also have the directions in Spanish. Um, it's just here and available if they need it. And the link to YouTube. Let me talk to you about why I do the YouTube link. And that's because we can then come here, do playback, and they can translate it into Spanish. Okay. Now, one of the things is I do have to set this up. It will auto translate into other languages, but I set it up to translate it into Spanish. I don't know how good a job it did, totally using just the computer. But like I have a student right now who speaks Portuguese, which she understands Spanish too, so that's been good. But we're working on that. So these are some tips that I hope that you will start thinking about implementing in your classroom, just giving students more options of how to access your material. Because honestly, is it important to you that they watch the video, or is it important to you that they get the information? So if they want the text, give them the text. If they want to watch it on YouTube and get the various subtitles that they can, or even watch it at double speed, that's a great option for them too. And I know that we're using Edpuzzle, and I even have these adaptions even when I do an Edpuzzle assignment, so that students still have access to resources that can help them. So I hope that these tech tips give you some ideas for how you can differentiate within Google Classroom, and really use Google Classroom to the fullest to give your students what they need.